Hey, what is going on YouTube? It's GeneralTarheel, your coach to Charizards, bringing you the APA Season 3 Week 10 battle versus Coach KyleAye and the Miami Donphans. Once again, I'm sorry that I'm extremely sick and you can probably hear it. And you also don't see 6 Pokemon on the screen. That is because KyleAye and I had a DC in the middle of this battle, which really sucks. So forewarning, I'm giving my best summary of the game, and then I'm just showing the remainder of the replay, which is the rest of the battle, because of course I can only show replays. I don't have a capture card to do games live and stuff like that. So if you do want to see the full battle, make sure to check out Kyle, because I'm sure he will have all of it up there. This is just all I can do, so I apologize for it. I'm going to do my best to go over everything I can. But as for that, there was also no team builder, because like I said, I'm sick. I just didn't want to do it. I hardly want to do this. My voice is hardly here for it. But I'm just going to do my best for y'all. So quickly, I'm going to go over my team. I have Lando T, defensive Lando T with Rocky Helmet, Earthquake, U-Turn, Knockoff, Defog. I originally had Grass Knot for Seismitoad. Probably would have been better to have it. I have a mixed defensive Piloswine with Ice Shard, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, and Toxic. I have a Dragon Dance, Mega Charizard X with Roost, Flare Blitz, Dragon Claw. I have a defensive Toxapex with Black Sludge with Scald, Haze, Recovery, and Toxic Spikes. Mixed defensive Togekiss with Air Slash, Flamethrower, Roost, and Heal Bell with Leftovers. And then lastly, a Focus S Shalakazam with Psychic, Hidden Power, Fire, Charge Beam, and Focus Blast. To be completely honest, I didn't really like the matchup too much versus Kyle, because Koko is just a very scary mon in general, even though I do have 2 ground types, and I had the potential Electros to come with. But he also has the Fat and like Porygon too. Alolan Persian's annoying with Parting Shotting Out, stuff like that. Excuse me. Hawlucha, technically you would think Toxapex is like a complete counter to it, but I know Hawlucha gets taunt. I don't know if you brought up this game. It doesn't actually come into play, but you could have taunt set up on Hawlucha and stuff like that. Reuniclus is like scary versus my team. Like if that was Trick Room offensive, it was just gonna destroy my team. And the 6 he decided to bring was Tapu Koko, Hawlucha, Reuniclus, Porygon 2, Seismitoad, and Alolan Persian. Yikes. Oh god. I'm so dead. So looking into the matchup, I'm like, okay, I made this team to where I have like nothing that can really deal with Seismitoad. So I took Grass Knot off of Lando. I'm like, everything, I'm forced to go into Togekiss. And since my Togekiss doesn't have Defog anymore, if I'm switching in on Toad, then I'm just going to take the rocks and I'm going to take it again later. So that was definitely kind of a mistake on my team build switch right there, in my opinion, but we'll have to work around that. So I was expecting the Seismitoad lead when I faced Kyle, and so I decided to lead Togekiss, and that's exactly what he did. I believe I just went for a raw air slash turn 1, and then he just went right into Koko. And then I just went into Piloswine as his Koko went for U-turn. I was really tempted to go into my Lando T and catch him with the Rocky Helmet, but I didn't want to risk it at the same time because I didn't know what coverage he went for. So I just went ahead and went into Piloswine there. Piloswine then was in versus Seismitoad. He got up Stealth Rocks while I just got a Toxic off on Seismitoad because I want to wear it down over time. And then I switched back in the Togekiss, and this is where it was just kind of like a thing, you know, where it's like, oh, how can I work around this? How can I do this? Okay, y'all are going to see something that you shouldn't, but whatever. I just need to, yeah, I don't care. I play my music live, it's whatever. Just please. Did that play? I'm not redoing this. Okay, I'm not redoing this. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. I'm sick and I need to get this done with. So, I don't even know where I was. Oh yeah, Seismitoad, so when it was out versus Piloswine, I got a Toxic. I'm like, okay, so it's slowly going to be wearing down, and I got in Togekiss. So like, now what do I do with this thing? So I still throw it now with Air Slash, and then, I need to switch somehow into something, I don't even know. I think I ended up going back into Piloswine. Basically, I ended up going back into Seismitoad. I was just clicking Earthquake. I wanted to weaken that thing. I thought I was going to two-shot it after turns to Toxic and stuff like that, but the lefties kept it out of range. Thought Ice Shard was going to pick it off, and he lived on like 1, and then he got Scald, and he got the Scald burn on me. So, Piloswine was extremely weak, and besides Seismitoad did die. Went to P2 after, and I just let Piloswine go down as P2 picked off Piloswine. And basically, I was hoping Porygon 2 was going to be set up fodder for Mega Charizard X. So I was making it my plan to get in Charizard for free, set up versus Porygon 2, and just try to win the game. I felt like that was my only chance. I had nothing for this team. I really didn't. It kind of sucked. It just sucks. Like, I didn't team build properly. So I was going into Lando T. Lando was just going to, oh yeah, because that happened. Earlier, when Togekiss was on Toad, he went back into Koko, and then I went into Lando on the switch in. But he decided to risk me being a Scarf Lando T and go free on Fairy Z versus Lando. I lived, of course, because I'm bulky. Lived with a decent amount of health. I would live just to get off the defog. But, he risked me being a Scarf Lando versus Tapu Koko, which I felt was really risky because I felt it was a free defog, but then I ended up taking a lot from Fairy Z, so it wasn't too much worth it. And he ended up getting rocks with Toad later on, and we were back here at this point. So I just wanted to go back into Lando, get off the defog, sack Lando, and then I had to go in the Charizard, just try to win. That's basically where we're at in this replay, where we got disconnected a few more turns into this, but I'll go over that in a second. Where it's basically just my Charizard trying to set up for support on 2. Because I'm like, okay, Tri-Attack's not doing anything versus me. I know he's Trace, so this does mean that I'm going to get more damage off. Or, sorry, I can take it better than if he was Analytic. Because Analytic would be doing around 50% to me. Max like 52, but not so much something you want to be trying to roost off and stuff like that. So I Mega Evolve versus the Porygon 2. Initially I clicked Dragon Dance as he clicked Dry Attack. It's like, okay, I took it very well. And then I was like, shit, what if this man has Foul Play? I completely forgot about Foul Play Porygon 2. So then I go for the Roost for the next turn, just scout if he has Foul Play. Because if he has Foul Play, there was a chance I could have knocked me out after the Tri Attack at +1. Sure enough, he did, and these rolls take me down to about 50%, so I did a little roost stall and trying to figure out what to do, and I just couldn't win. That's the conclusion I came to. So I got off Declaw damage, and I just switched out Charizard just in case. I just went into Togekiss. This I found really interesting in the actual battle is that excuse me, that instead of going into Tapu Koko, he just stayed in with Porygon 2. My Togekiss actually managed to flinch down his entire Porygon 2. Even though I know Charizard couldn't actually set up on anything else versus his team at the health percentage it was at, it still would have been a decent play for him just to go right back into Koko. I don't know why I risked Porygon 2. Differential kind of does matter because even though this is an important game for playoffs, if he loses out and I win out, then it's going to come down to it still. And basically we're just trying to get this Porygon dead while we're getting my Togekiss in range for Tapu Koko and switching. Because once I killed the P2, that's when we disconnected. We were both online too when we disconnected, by the way. So I don't know how this happened. We just both disconnected and that was that. Nintendo Network was just screwing us over. So he's going to go into Koko. When he said that, I was like, okay, that's fine. I was going to sack Togekiss anyways because Koko beats my damn team already. So this is basically a game at this point. There's nothing I can really do about it. My Alakazam is Sash. But I'm just going to do whatever. So he's just going to click Thunderbolt, take out Togekiss, he'll take out the rest of the team. So just a few pointers I want to go out for the match. Kyle played well and he prepped well. I think the matchup was in his hand, for sure. But at the same time, there was still a way for me to try to do my best to work around it. I don't think I brought the best team, because Seismitoad just worked me around on Stealth Rocks at the beginning of the games, kind of screwed me over. Charizard, I brought a set of Charizard and I couldn't actually set up on anything, so that kind of screwed me over at the same time. So it's alright. This puts us definitely back in the playoff race. Basically, I have to win out and he's got to lose out, or I have to win versus Jacob and he loses versus Jacob and we both beat Miticus or something like that, and it comes down to differential. Basically, I'm going to try, but I don't think I deserve playoffs. I've been playing pretty poorly, and even though I was sick this week, and that's definitely the excuse I'm giving, because I hardly had any time. I've been dead. My head was hurting when I was playing this battle. Actually, I had the worst headache in the world. I'm gonna try it, but whatever happens, happens. I would love to be in the playoffs for APA, but it's looking to be difficult, and between being a full-time student and even being ill right now, it's going to kill me. So I'll try my best. You know, I love y'all. I'm sorry for the delay in videos and the quality in videos this week, but I will try my best, I promise you, for next weekend. It's just so you can understand I was sick, so it kind of sucked. But that'll be it for me this week, guys. Make sure to check out Kyle once again for the entirety of the video. Make sure to sub, like, share, deuces.